Nick. I'm the bass guitar player in Gunville Flats.
Well, I remember a time I thought happiness could never last.
Hi, I'm Paddy Ford. I'm the drummer in Gunville Flats.
Every window I ever walked past.
My name is Jim Driscoll and I play the keyboards with Gunville
Tried to
Flats.
show me the truth, but I heard only lies.
I'm James. I'm the singer in Gunville Flats.
And a kind-hearted girl took my hand and she led me a while.
So I'm Oliver and I play lead guitar in the band.
And she could have had anything, could have had anyone's heart, but she settled for mine.
My life is really a balancing act between the family and then my day job, which is being a psychiatrist, and music, which is a huge part of my life, and running this band really, and songwriting, which is also takes up a lot of my time.
My discipline is not lead guitar normally. I normally play either piano or rhythm guitar, or I sing.
I started playing the bass guitar in 1981. And then I immediately gave up playing the bass guitar and started playing the guitar.
So I've always been into music, always played the guitar, and I've been writing songs for many years, getting more and more into country as the years go by, as I think often happens as you get older.
We got together and started playing, started jamming, and it just felt so much fun that I just really wanted to stay in the band as much as possible, and it was good impetus for me to start to learn to play lead guitar properly. I've always wanted to play lead guitar. I always thought it was the kind of the cool kids played lead guitar, and I was always playing rhythm. So it's been great, and discovering country music, which is, you know, it's just such fun to play live. I think country music works really well live, and since I've been in the band, really been enjoying discovering how much country music I already knew and never thought of as country.
So when I was growing up, you know, my parents listened to a lot of jazz and stuff, and country music was the worst thing. You know, there was nothing worse than country music. So I guess playing in a country band is a form of rebellion. That's my rebellion. A little late in life, maybe. From then, it's been downhill all the way. A slow descent into country music, and I've never looked back. Very happy to be a country music fan. Man. I feel like I'm at, you know, Alcoholics Anonymous or something. You know? My name is Jim, and I am a country music fan. There, I finally said it.
I was asked to play bass in a band that I'd never played with before, with a bunch of people I'd never played with before, to play a whole load of songs that I'd never played before in a festival, in a street thing in England. And also playing in that band, who had also never played together before, was Paddy, the drummer in this band, and also Jim Driscoll, who plays the keyboards in this band. We played some gig in the outdoors, it was all okay. And James, I think, was there, although I didn't know James, I just thought he was there. And he liked what he heard. And a few months later, I was in the Isle of Wight and at a party. And he came up and started talking to me and said he wanted to do a band based around one particular set of concerts done by Willie Nelson, I think in 1973 or 1974. And loosely around the concept of a song called Whiskey River. So I thought, well, that sounds like a whole load of crap, because I don't like country music particularly. And, but I listened to it, and I saw that it was not quite standard country music. It had a kind of almost funky, offbeat flavour to it, which is much more my kind of thing.
Whiskey River, take my
And there was a while where I didn't have a band, didn't have a creative outlet, and that was a big problem. I could feel, you know, there was a part of me that wasn't being fulfilled, so I was looking around for other people to form a new band with. And I found myself on the Isle of Wight at a party, and I saw Nick, and I'd seen him play the bass before and knew that I clocked that he was excellent at the bass, and I wanted to play with him. So I went and befriended him and put the idea of this project that I'd been hatching to him. And he was available and up for it. So that was the nucleus of the band. Then Paddy is an old friend who was the drummer in my old band, so then we had drums and bass, we had a rhythm section, we had me singing and playing acoustic. Nick suggested Jim, who is a very good keyboard player. And we played in this bar where Oliver worked, and Oliver was already a friend of Nick's. Got him along and found that he was the most fantastic singer and very good guitar player. Didn't know a lot about country, so this has been a sort of learning curve for him in terms of country lead sort of Telecaster playing.
My musical tastes are very eclectic, and so I love country music, but I'm a fan of rock and indie and various other things. So, you know, there's no one genre that I take inspiration from. When I met up with James, we decided to essentially set something up so that we could play in local pubs, bars, that kind of thing, and parties. And we can do the similar thing with Gunville Flats, and that was really the aim, was to have fun.
I turned to Dita, my fiancée, and I said, I'd really love to kind of play in a country band and, you know, sing some backing vocals. Really something I'd love to do. And then about a week later, I got an email through Facebook message from Nick and James at the same time, actually, saying they were looking for a lead guitarist to play a few gigs. And it was a country band, so I was kind of like, whoa, that's spooky. I just kind of said a week ago, I want to play in a country band, and then I got an email through saying, join a country band.
It's been great fun, but a bunch of very talented people. You know, basically we've all got other jobs. You know, we do this, you know, for fun, not to sort of be greatly successful in the sort of traditional sense. But having said that, I think because we do it for fun and because we enjoy it at the end of the day when it goes well, it's really inspiring.
If my life feels a little fake.
We work well as a band. You know, we're five very different personalities, I think. You have Nick, who is a man of great vision and tells everybody how it's going to be, and then is on the phone most of the time shouting at people getting it done, and that's fine. So we just go with it and do what he says, and things tend to turn out okay. Hence, you know, being here in Delhi, which is all Nick's vision, and you know, our job has just been to go with it.
James is the most, you know, the hardest left, I think, of the whole band. You know, which is great. We all appreciate that ideologically, but sometimes we feel he should just lighten up a little bit.
Jim is a fantastic sort of multi-instrumentalist and can actually play everything, but it's great that he can play the keyboards.
Classic Paddy fashion, just sweating, smashing the drums and getting through it, and it was so much fun, actually. I kept turning around to him in the middle of the gig and smiling.
I'm very grateful to Jim because, you know, where I'm sort of tuning up and generally avoiding the audience as much as possible, Jim is often, you know, out the front, introducing everyone and doing the chat. And then Oliver brings incredible musicality, really, to the band. And he's a brilliant singer, and his harmonies are fantastic. And then, of course, there's Sachin, who's joined us on harmonica for this tour.
Sachin's been great during this tour as well. He's been playing some crazy harmonica, and
He seems to be the most popular person in the world, and so he you know, once he pings out to Facebook, we get lots of people coming to these gigs. So it's been fantastic to have him and really fun.
I'm called Sachin Mulji. A band is people playing together. Yeah, I played so much, like, you know, well, I played a lot of bands, but I played so much with you know, acoustic guitar on my own. And you could have your own dynamics, your own sort of timing and everything. But you have to play off each other in the band. So I was thrilled to be invited to even carry a label on a case for this. But, you know, music is, they're all brilliant musicians.
मेरा नाम कृष्ण कुमार है और मैं गनविला फ्लैट्स के साथ एज ए क्रू मेंबर काम करता हूँ। जितने भी मैंने इनके गाने सुने हैं सारे बहुत अच्छे हैं और आनंद आता सुन के। जैसे एक गाना है गाया था डेथ इज नो मर्सी, उसका पूरा म्यूजिक और गाने का स्टाइल और सारी चीज़ टॉप की है।
Death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land.
We went to Nimrana, we played there. That was nice.
the Nimrana is such it's a beautiful hotel. It's so vast and over so many levels that you would just get lost at the drop of a hat. And we were joking that it was the hotel that eats people.
This is an idea that sprang out of the mind of Nick, who one kind of cold, rainy night when we were rehearsing in sort of November in Dorset, said, you know, let's go and do a tour of India, because he used to live here and he has a lot of friends and family out here.
And we decided, well, look, why don't we go to India and do some music and see if we can get some gigs and just do it, you know, because we all had the opportunity to do that. You know, we're not making any money out of doing this trip, but what we might do is establish ourselves.
And Nick being Nick, he has made it so. So here we are, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I was last in India about 20 years ago, and so it's just, you know, I've always had a kind of place in my heart for India, and so it's just fantastic to find myself here again.
There's a speed zone ahead, but all right, I don't see a cop inside. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
So it's, I mean, it's, you know, it's just really nice to be in India. It's great. It's great. I mean, of course, you know, we all thought that you know, sort of India is the next place for the international revolution that we are you know, sort of planning. But we thought India was a good place to come. It's very. We played at Barsoom last night, this bar in Delhi, and we're playing there tonight as well. Yeah, it was great. A very nice little place. There was a good crowd.
मेरा नाम जसवंत सिंह राणा है। ये सारे रेस्टोरेंट का नाम है बारसूम। मेरा है काम है बार टेंडिंग का। इज अ बार कैप्टन। आई मेकिंग ये ड्रिंक्स। कल रात अच्छा म्यूजिक था, बढ़िया था म्यूजिक, और ये कंट्री म्यूजिक था, और अच्छा ड्रम प्ले, और आपका जो सिंगर था बढ़िया, और क्राउड है, डिफरेंट म्यूजिक था बेसिकली। ये क्योंकि फर्स्ट टाइम था, इतना पता नहीं था कि लोगों को जैसे जो भी आ रहा था उनको सुन के अच्छा लग रहा था।
And now I wake up in the morning, hearing Willie singing Valentine. I swear they're turning up gravity, ain't nothing else it could be. This burden that I've got to carry is too heavy for me.
And I do fairly much all of the sort of sound systems that go into what we do live. What really hit me at that point in time was the enormous gap between what we were hearing and what the audience were hearing, which is a common enough problem for bands, but one that we needed to solve. I felt we needed to solve. I wasn't happy, I wanted more control. So I did a lot of research, a lot of work, and came up with the idea of using a Bose linear array system. And what's very interesting about that is that we put the entire PA behind the band. Okay, so what we hear is what the audience hears.
And she could have had anything, could have had anyone's heart, but she settled for mine. And now I wake up in the morning hearing Willie singing Valentine.
It means two things. It means one, we can mix the sound so it sounds great to us, and I can know it's exactly what the audience will hear. And two, because of this constructive wave interference, what someone 100 feet away hears is exactly what I'm hearing 5 feet away from the PA system. In fact, you can walk in a straight line from 100 feet to 0 feet and the volume won't go up.
And she could have had anything, could have had anyone's heart, but